Hello everyone, this is Charlie from Veteran Support Center. This is our VA packet overview video for the veteran and spouse version of our VA aid and attendance packet. The basic philosophy obviously behind Veteran Support Center is to help people break through some of the administration and red tape surrounding the application of this benefit. So to that end, we've designed this packet to try and simplify the application process. Most of what is in here you actually are not going to have to fill out. That is completed by our VA accredited claims agents, and most of them only require the veteran's signature. So again, this is for a veteran and spouse. Even if the veteran does not require care but the spouse does, or the spouse requires care but the veteran does not, regardless of that fact, it is going to be a joint application if the veteran is married. This first page is a checklist of the documents that we need, the supporting documentation we need to submit a claim to the VA. Each of these can be a photocopy. In fact, we recommend that you send us just photocopies, no originals. The first item is the military discharge, called a DD-214, depending on when you served in the military, when the veteran served. A photocopy of that. If for some reason you can't find it, or cannot locate it, or something of that nature, please let us know and we can check both the national level archives as well as the state level archives to find a copy of that discharge record. Also, as noted here, you can check the county clerk's office where the veteran returned home from service. If you happen to know that county clerk office, you can reach out to them and they should have a copy on file for you. Copy of the marriage license for the current marriage, and then also for any previous marriages. Now, a common question is if there was a previous marriage that, say, ended perhaps 20 years ago. We don't have any marriage license records. Do we still need to include it? Do we still need to dig it up? And to that I would say, if you have it readily available, please include it. If not, at the very least, if you can provide us with the person to whom the veteran or spouse was previously married, and rough dates, if you don't have exact dates of when they were married and when they either the marriage ended, either in death or divorce, those dates as well. We asked for that because the VA does ask for it in the application. A copy of death certificate would not be applicable for a veteran and spouse application. Social Security benefits letter for both the veteran and the spouse. This is the monthly or annual statement that shows the gross Social Security, what's deducted, and the net amount of Social Security. Again, if you can't locate this for some reason, you can either wait for one to arrive in the mail, or you can call the Social Security office here at the number on the page here, or on their website. You can also create an account to download those documents. Copy of current bank statement, any bank accounts or retirement accounts that the veteran or spouse has. A voided check for the bank account where they would like the benefit direct deposited. This is typically the account where their current Social Security and any pensions is deposited. And if they do receive a pension, just a copy of the pension statement or a check stub showing proof of payment of the pension, and then any income from any rental income or business income, etc. Now this packet is divided into 3 sections. You have the signature pages, the doctor forms, and the care documents. We're going to go through each of those here shortly. When the packet is completed, it is to be mailed back to this address in our Sterling Heights office, where our claims agents are located and where the applications are prepared. Page 2 is a for your information only page. Just goes through some important documents, important items you'll want to keep in mind regarding procedures, the effective date, and the qualifications for the benefit. And also important information here regarding if you own a home or the veteran or spouse owns a home, and if there's a plan to sell the home. Any questions on the home, please let us know, and we can review that information with you. The Hold Harmless form. This form is an internal form for Veterans Support Center. Basically helps define the relationship between yourself as a claimant and us as an agency assisting you in this process. We do need the veteran's signature here as the applicant and the date as well. The application information sheet. This is the only page in the whole packet that you as a veteran or spouse or as a loved one completing this for them need to complete. We use this information to fill in the rest of the application. It's pretty straightforward information. The name of the current assisted living or home where they're living, the veteran's name, spouse's name, social security numbers, birthdays, wartime service information, income, gross amounts, pension, again, gross amounts, assets, family point of contact information, if there is a son, daughter, or relative assisting the veteran and spouse. This is where you would put your information because we're going to use your mailing address for any VA correspondence that the VA sends out. The living location. This can be an assisted living, nursing home, AFC, adult foster care home, or if they're living at home and receiving care in the home, this would be marked homebound. And then bank information can be left blank as long as you include a void check for their bank account. This is the instruction sheet for the signature pages. This is the first section. These only require the veteran signature. In this case, as a veteran and spouse, it's going to be the veteran signature. None of these are dated. None of these are filled out. We fill in the information based on this page right here, page 4. There's an important note that power of attorney is not acceptable signatures. So if you are a son or daughter who has power of attorney, the VA is not going to accept that. If the veteran or the spouse, well, in this case the veteran, has difficulty signing, there is a procedure we follow for that, so please be in touch with our office for that information. This is the request form for the Michigan Archives. We request certified copies both from the Michigan and National Archives of the discharge records. None of this needs to be filled out, but we do need the signature of the veteran authorizing a request for the discharge to be located. And again, we also submit a request to the National Archives for a certified copy of the military record. None of this needs to be filled out. We only need a signature here in section 3 by the veteran. Appointment of individual. This form is going to allow one of our claims agents to be able to contact the VA on your loved one's behalf if we need to check status or we need to resolve an issue. All we need is a signature of the veteran here in box 7D. And then as a continuation of that form, a signature in box 12. Statement of support of claim is the cover letter for the application. We only require a signature for the veteran in the signature box right here. Direct deposit information. Now again, none of this is filled out. Just needs the signature of the veteran here in box 33A. And this is the only difference. The only variation here is in page 12, the spouse is going to sign box 45A. Again, nothing else is filled out. Third-party authorization. This allows you, if you are a relative of the veteran assisting. This is going to be where your information is going to go. So if you want to contact the VA to check status or any other information, you'll be authorized to do that. They are going to ask that you select a security question that you'll need to provide the VA upon calling them, and then the signature of the veteran in box 12A below here. So everything prior to this point has been signature only. This next section is for the doctor. Now, something important to note, in situations for a veteran and spouse applying, both the veteran and the spouse are going to require information from their doctor. Even if the spouse is healthy, or even if the veteran is healthy and the spouse is the one who requires care, doesn't matter. Both of them are going to require a completed form and letter from their doctor. It's okay if it's a separate doctor, if they both have different doctors, as long as it's completed by their doctor. So this first set is going to be for the veteran. The doctor is going to complete this whole section. Again, this is a continuation filled out by the doctor and signed by the doctor. And a separate set of the same document is going to be completed for the spouse. Again, page 17, page 18, and signed by a licensed doctor. Also from the doctor, you're going to need a sample letter. We'll need one sample letter. This is to be prepared on the physician's letterhead. So this is a template that needs to be typed out on the physician's letterhead. If one or both of them are in a independent living with services or a assisted living community or an adult foster care, they're going to require this letter. If they're homebound, they're going to need to fill out the homebound applicant sample letter on the physician's letterhead. And again, only one letter for both the veteran and spouse. Now this section is going to represent the care that is being provided to either the veteran, spouse, or both of them. There's two scenarios: an assisted living, independent living with services, nursing home, or there's care being provided in the home. And we're going to go through each of these two scenarios separately and show you which forms you would use for which situation. So for an assisted living situation, we would use a care expense statement. You're going to deliver this to the facility administrator of the community, and they're going to complete this based on the information that they have for how much they're being charged. So, and similar to the doctor's statement, if both veteran and spouse are in the assisted living together, or if they're in a separate assisted living situations, they're going to get a separate care expense statement for each of them. So in this situation, the veteran's information will be filled out here, how much the veteran is charged, what kind of care the veteran receives, and the signature of the veteran. The attended affidavit forms that you see in the packet, those are for a third party that the assisted living or nursing home contracts with. So some assisted livings are set up where there's a third party care provider that provides the medical services and that's charged separately. That's what this form would be for. And again, this is for the veteran services that the veteran receives. So the name of the company, like the med team, for example, and then the veteran's signature. Now this is going to repeat for the spouse if the spouse is in assisted living. So again, the spouse's costs, the spouse's care, and the signature of the veteran. The veteran still signs. And again, if there's a third party company that provides care inside the assisted living nursing home, they would fill out this information here. And again, the signature of the veteran. And one letter, again, similar to the doctor, one letter from the facility on their letterhead, just breaking down this information. And there's only going to be one letter for both the veteran and the spouse. Now let's go back and look at a homebound situation. This would be where care is being provided in the home. You're only going to use these attendant affidavits for home care. Similar to page 24. Like you can use page 24 or the extra one included in this packet. This would be for the home care company, the RN, the nurse, the family friend, the adult child that provides care to the family. So they're going to complete the name, services they provide, and how much they're paid by the claimant per day, week, month. Usually a month is selected. And again, the signature of the veteran. If there is more than one person providing care, each of them would complete one of these attendant affidavits. Now, if you are a son or a daughter of the veteran and you are their primary caregiver, this is where we're going to represent a value to the cost, that the care that you provide. So there's going to be a certain formula for determining what we need to represent here. So for more information on that, please contact our office. It's something that we need to go into detail that's kind of beyond the scope of this video. So please contact our office if you are the son or daughter, family member, friend that is providing care. We'll go over how to complete this form correctly with you, if we have not already. And again, for homebound, all you need is these attendant affidavits, one for each caregiver or entity providing care. And of course, in a homebound situation, we would not need a community letter. And this last sheet is just frequently asked questions for you regarding some retroactive benefits, the fiduciary process, what happens when the VA deems that the veteran or spouse needs someone to manage their money for them, and then accrued benefits, what happens if the claimant passes away before the claim has gone through the VA or been approved by the VA. And that is the complete packet. Anything that was not covered in this video that you still have a question on, you can definitely call our office. Again, our number here is 866-667-9360. And you can call us with any questions you may have. Hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.